You caught my attention.
Yeah, I could see. So I thought it would have been rude of me not to come over. You can't just check me out on the street and not say hello.
Oh my God.
So I thought I'm gonna have to come over and tell you that you look lovely.
Well, thank you.
Yes, Casanovians. Right, if you want to attract more women than 99% of men, then watch this video all the way through. If you don't know who I am, my name's Kristian and I travel the world helping high achievers attract the women that they want rather than settling for the ones they think they can get. I've gone from looking like a turnip, dressing like a moron, and having no idea how to attract women.
My name's Kristian, 23 years old, broke up with my girlfriend about 3 months ago. I don't have a clue what I'm doing right now. Like, this is relatively new to me, like just going out and approaching girls.
To a more abundant, attractive, magnetic version of myself with more high quality options than I know what to do with. If you're someone who wants to be going on multiple dates a week and living a top 1% dating life, then you can apply to work with me one-on-one by clicking the first link in the description. 1. Speak to her biology.
It's important to speak to her biology rather than her psychology. What I mean by that is, if you just go all in and give a really hard-hitting compliment, like, she feels it. She feels it in her biology. You might not see it on her face, but inside, she's like, fuck. Biology is deeper than psychology. Like, we are creatures which have evolved over time to react to certain stimuli. And if you're going over like the caveman, I like you, you look fucking great, that's gonna speak to her on a different level.
After working with hundreds of guys from all over the world, one of the biggest problems that men have when it comes to creating powerful attraction with women is sexual shame. Maybe a part of you right now feels as though it's wrong to find women attractive. Maybe a part of you feels it's wrong to desire women and approach them in person and tell them that you actually find them attractive. There is a reason why 50 Shades of Grey was the best-selling book of the decade. It speaks to this primordial, ancient, feminine desire to be swept off their feet by a dominant, masculine man. It is normal, it is natural, and it is healthy for you to be a man and find women attractive. Dude, I am by no means a natural. I sucked, like sucked with women for the majority of my life, and I've built my character one approach at a time. You can see my entire journey documented on this channel, and now when I approach women, I speak to their biology. What this means is when I see a woman who I like, I go over to her and I go all in with my compliment, right? I hold nothing back. I play to win rather than playing not to lose. The energy I now have when I'm interacting with women is, I'm a man, you're a woman, and I like that. You're never going to be able to create powerful attraction with women if you're ashamed of your own sexuality. So if this is an area which you would like help improving, then the fastest way to do so is click the link below and apply to work with me. 2. Love for the feminine. In his book, The Alabaster Girl, the author Zan Perion writes, a man who loves women is loved by women. If you absorb, internalize, and live this concept, then you will quickly separate yourself from 99% of men. The reason why most men suck with women is because they don't even like women. Yeah, they just see women as a means to an end. They see women as a way to gratify their ego and paper over their perceived lack of self-worth. You will never be able to attract wife-worthy women until you fall in love with the idea of women. Even the women that you're not attracted to, have love for them, show appreciation for their existence. A world without women is a world which I would not want to live in. Yeah, women are my muse, women are my inspiration, women make my life better. Again, a man who loves women is loved by women. If you want to create powerful attraction with women, then first of all, love and respect women. Yeah, if you don't, you are going to continue to be sad, lonely, miserable, and bitter. And then, and this is important, when you find a woman who you're particularly interested in, be particularly interested in her as an individual. Understand that men want to feel powerful, women want to feel beautiful, everybody wants to feel important. When you're with your woman at the bar or the restaurant, don't be checking your phone, don't be checking out other women. Enter this private bubble of intimacy where for the time the two of you are together, it's as though the rest of the world just disappears. This is how you create powerful attraction. Love women and be particularly interested in her as an individual. 3. Fulfillment beyond the feminine. If you want to make attracting women feel as effortless as drinking water, then you need to have excitement in your life that isn't women. In his book, The Way of the Superior Man, the author David Data writes in chapter 32, she doesn't want to be number one. Your mission, your purpose, your growth as an individual, these are the things that should take priority in your life. I've learned that beautiful women are a beautiful byproduct of a beautiful life, and she doesn't want to be the adventure. She wants to be invited into an adventure. She doesn't want to be your entire reason for being. So really simple, have hobbies, have interests, have passions, things that you are actively pursuing beyond women. The goal is to be living a life which isn't dependent on her inclusion. If you have no excitement in your life right now, if your life consists of you going to work, coming home, watching porn, wanking into a sock, there's no wonder your dating life's as dry as a jellyfish in the Sahara. So this coming week, force yourself to attend one class, something happening in your local city which breaks you out of the monotony. So guys who are in my private network, the Entourage, they'll go to dance classes, so salsa, bachata, kazumba. They'll go to improv classes, they'll be learning languages and going to language exchange groups. People talk about abundance, like, oh bro, you need to have abundance, but I think the majority of people think that this just means having an abundance of women. No, abundance is having an abundance of things. Yeah, like always having things to look forward to, finding fulfillment in many things, finding fulfillment beyond the feminine. And then when you meet women along the way, you're inviting them along for the ride. Does that make sense? 4. Radical acceptance. Right now, there are probably things which you don't like about yourself. Yeah? You know what those things are. I remember when I was a teenager and I was addicted to porn, I used to be so insecure about the size of my dick. I think most guys who have gone through this phase in life, we've all had the same insecurity, right? Because back then, as a teenager, the only dicks that I was seeing were the gargantuan schlongs on the screen. I was like, is this normal? Like, why is mine not that size? I used to be insecure about the size of my nose. I used to be insecure about the wrinkles on my forehead. I used to be insecure about having a suspiciously hairy ass. Just for the record, does anybody else have that? But the older I've got, the more life experience I've accumulated, the more women who I've actually been with, I've had the epiphanova that as long as you're cool with it, other people are cool with it. The girl very much is your mirror. She feels what you feel, and self-adoration is the ultimate aphrodisiac. I think most men reject themselves on behalf of the women who they want to attract because they don't feel worthy of the love that they want to receive. The mindset I now have when I move through this world is, this is me, take it or leave it. Like, my sense of self-worth is no longer dependent on the approval of random strangers. All the self-limiting beliefs and negative self-talk, the emotional baggage that most men carry into their relationships with the feminine, I've left all of mine in some big yellow industrial skip, and I'm now living for an audience of one. Yeah, my sense of self is more important than what other people think of me. This doesn't mean don't work on yourself. No, it means stop being such a crushingly cruel commentator of your own self-image. Fix the stuff you can fix and accept the stuff you can't. I think the serenity prayer, you know, the serenity prayer, I think that perfectly captures what I'm getting at. 5, take bold action. If you want to separate yourself from 99% of men, then you need to be prepared to do what 99% of men are not prepared to do. The best thing I've ever done, and the thing which has exploded my dating life, was mastering the art of cold approach. If you can go over to a woman, stone cold sober, and declare your desire for that woman in a non-needy way, your mindset is, I want you, but I don't need you. The only goal of that interaction is to leave that woman better than you found her. you position yourself in the rarefied realm of men. She perceives you as different to the majority of men who she's used to. Yeah, while the majority of men are sleepwalking their way through life, hoping to get lucky on a Saturday night down the Dog and Duck, you present yourself as someone who goes after what he wants rather than settling for what he thinks he can get. Brackets. Highly attractive trait. And bro, if you are completely new to cold approach, or maybe you've been out the game for a while, you've gotten a little bit rusty, then I've made this video specifically for you. Right, Casanovians, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a like. And if you've got any questions, anything that you'd like to ask me, or even if you just want to drop some love, drop some support, like, I'm not allergic to a compliment, like, feel free to inflate my ego in the comments. Or if you don't like me, tell me that as well. We're all gonna make it, aren't we? Anyway, love ya. Mwah.